Live with another one. All right, welcome to the channel. This is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. You already know what the topic of discussion today is UFC Noche, guys. My UFC fight prediction as it stands right now, guys, all right, for 2025. I'm 199 wins and 133 losses. That is 199 wins and 133 losses for my UFC fight predictions for 2025, guys. We're going to continue getting these dubs, and let's jump right into this, guys, okay, with this UFC fight prediction as it stands right now. All right, we got Dunchenko versus Rodrigo. I'm going to go rapid fire with this, guys. When it comes to Dunchenko, I mean, look, guys, Dunchenko is most likely, Dunchenko, he could, if the fight is standing, he still has abilities. If the fight hits the ground, Dunchenko still has abilities. He's an overall, good mixed martial arts fighter where you could count on him wherever the fight goes. But preferably, I think Dunchenko, he has power in his hands. So in my belief, I think Dunchenko definitely wants to keep this fight standing against Rodrigo. Now, in my opinion, the only way Rodrigo actually wins this is if he's able to, go in there with a game plan where he takes down Dunchenko very early in the rounds and implements that type of, game plan against Dunchenko. But easier said than done for Rodrigo. Really, that's the only way I see Rodrigo winning, is if he's able to implement a wrestling clinic on Dunchenko. Because I don't believe in Rodrigo's stand-up ability. I don't like his striking. I see an early finish for Dunchenko, to be honest with you guys. I think Dunchenko could win this fight any which way he wants to, whether it's on the ground or, on the feet, to be honest with you. I see an early knockout KO for Dunchenko versus Rodrigo, guys. So I'm picking Dunchenko, most likely going there and get an early finish against Rodrigo, guys. All right, guys, moving on to the next fight. We got Alex Pereira versus Montserrat Rendon. I can't pronounce her name, but we got Alice versus Rendon. All right, guys. Alice versus Rendon. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel, okay? It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys, all right? Run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, man. How you doing, 2.0? Blessings to you. Blessings to you, man. But, all right, guys. We got Alice versus Rendon. And, look, guys, this is really, youth versus experience. All right, and thank you for the sub. I really appreciate it, 2.0. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate that. It goes a long way, man. Welcome to your community and welcome to your chat, okay? Now, when it comes to this fight with Alice and Rendon, like I said, this is youth versus experience. You know what I mean? I mean, Alice is coming in here. She's barely 20 years old, if not, 19. Very young. She doesn't have a lot of experience in the UFC. When it comes to Rendon, I mean, she's 1-1 in her last 2 fights. She does have a lot of experience, like I said. It's hard for me to go with Rendon just because I like Alice. I like Alice's style. I like her ability to keep the fight standing. I like her ability to be in and out on a fighter. She's really quick, fast twitch muscles. So in my opinion, man, when it comes to this fight, I'm going to pick Alice Pereira to win this fight, most likely by unanimous decision. And I won't be surprised if she's able to go in there and get a knockout against Rendon. Now, I understand Rendon does come with a lot of experience, but I think Alice is going to be too quick, too young, too youthful against Rendon. All right, guys. All right, guys, moving on from that one. What we got Santiago Luna versus Kong Lee, guys. All right, let me read some of these comments. You're welcome, man. Yeah, definitely, man. Thank you so much. What's the wife cooking today? Conor McGregor. Well, D Devlin. She cooked me some eggs and some bacon. Okay. With some tomatoes. All right. It was very, very good, I must say. Finger licking good. Okay. Gotta thank D Devlin for that one. You are the best. Thank you so much, man. You are the best, man. You are the best. All right, and welcome to your community. All right, we got Santiago Luna versus Kong Lee, guys. I understand, Santiago. I believe this is a short notice fight. He's gonna be in there. This is UFC no chase, so he's gonna be in there in front of his, hometown crowd, basically. And he couldn't go in there. Santiago could go in there and steal the show, to be honest with you. But I'm gonna still stick with Kong Lee. I think Kong Lee has a lot of abilities. I don't think he's gonna, I don't think Santiago is gonna be able to go in there and beat Kong Lee on short notice and implement a good game plan to actually deliver to the crowd. Now, I won't be surprised if Santiago, feeds off of the crowd and is able to, give us a phenomenal fight versus Kong Lee. But I'm still going to pick Kong Lee to win this fight, guys. Most likely by unanimous decision or split decision, guys. All right, guys. Moving on to the next fight. We got Alessandro Costa versus Eldon Coria. Coria. This is a good flyweight bout. When it comes to Costa, I like his abilities. He's an overall mixed martial arts fighter. Preferably likes to keep the fight standing, but if the fight, brings on some grappling, Costa, he has abilities, everywhere basically. He does have a loss to Ursak, but it's hard for me to pick against Costa, to be honest with you. I just think he has more abilities. I mean, he's 2-1 in his last three. I just think he's going to be the more experienced fighter in there against Coria, and I think Alessandro Costa is going to most likely go in there, implement a game plan where he keeps this fight standing and takes this fight. Most likely, I won't be surprised if I see a KO, to be honest with you guys. I'm going with Costa, most likely KO, early stoppage, most likely in the first or second round, guys. All right, moving on. Not on YouTube thought. Got Costa on that one. Yes, I got Costa as well. Jason9, welcome back to your chat. Welcome back to your channel. You already know what it is. Yeah, I think too. Pereira's wife is also good at cooking. I should let him know. For sure, man. For sure. Go right ahead and let him know, man. All right, we got next fight. We got Zachary Reese versus Cendricus Dumas. Cendricus Dumas got $14, approximately $14 in his bank account. So when it comes to Dumas, I mean, he has to get this win. All right, no money in his bank account. When it comes to Dumas, he is 1-3 in his. He is 1-2 in his last three. When it comes to Zachary Reese, he's 2-1 in his last three. I mean, guys, I don't have any belief on any of these guys. All right, in my opinion, they're two dead bodies. All right, I don't like Zachary Reese at all. But if I had to pick somebody right now, gun to my head, I think Zachary Reese is going to go in there with most likely a grappling heavy game plan against Dumas, and most likely win by unanimous decision. And actually, guys, I see Dumas being reckless. So don't be surprised if Zachary Reese, goes in there and gets a finish against Dumas, either by a submission or a crazy stoppage. So I'm going to go ahead and pick Zachary Reese to win this fight against Dumas, guys. All right, guys. Moving on, we got Jesus Aguilar versus Luis Guro. When it comes to Jesus, he's 2-1 in his last three. Luis is 0-1 in his last, one fight, basically. Not really good. No way Costa gonna lose. Hassan, There you go. There you go. I got Costa actually winning that fight against Eldon. Guys, run up these likes and run up these subscriptions. Support the community. What are you guys doing? Okay. All right. When it comes to Jesus, man, I mean, I like Jesus. Like I said, 2-1 in his last three. He's gonna be in there most likely quicker, faster. The more experienced fighters, excuse me. I think Lewis is gonna bite off more than what he can chew, and I think Jesus is gonna go in there most likely get a finish. Most likely in the first or second round, guys. So I'm gonna pick Jesus Aguilar to go in there and win this fight, guys. All right. Moving on, we got Dusko versus Jose Daniel Medina, guys. This is both these guys are clocking in most likely for the last time. All right. I'm just being honest with you. I mean, Drusko is 0-2 in his last two fights. Jose Daniel Medina. I mean, he's 0-3 in his last three fights. You know, you put their record together right now. I mean, they're 0-5. Okay, this is they are literally fighting for their position. All right, because a bad performance by either of these guys, I think we could see both guys being cut by the UFC. I'm just being honest with you. But if I had to pick somebody, gun in my head right now, I just have no faith in Jose Daniel Medina. I have no faith in him. You know what I mean? I'm going to pick Dusko to most likely go in there and win by unanimous decision. I do not. I do not have any faith on Dusko either, but I'm going to pick Dusko to beat Jose Daniel Medina just because Jose Daniel Medina has no abilities, in my opinion. The guy's a dead body. Dusko is a dead body as well. These guys are two guys holding hands in the cemetery, two dead bodies walking around debating whether he's going to leave or the other guy's going to leave, okay? Facts, guys, okay? But I'm going to pick Dusko to beat Jose Daniel Medina, most likely by unanimous decision, guys, okay? Moving on, guys, okay? Moving on. We are chipping away at this card, Fast and Furious style. All right, we got Alexander Hernandez, okay? Alexander Hernandez versus Diego Ferreira. Diego is 2-1 in his last three, okay? When it comes to Alexander Hernandez, he is 3-0 in his last three. There's a little bit of bad blood between these guys. They don't really get along. They really don't like each other. So this is gonna be a one of those fights that it might heat up fairly quickly. I like Diego. Don't get me wrong, but it's just when it comes to Diego, I just don't. He's older now. You know what I mean? I mean. Diego is older, significantly older than Alex Hernandez. Alexander Hernandez, I mean, look, guys, he beat Chase Hooper. He knocked out Chase Hooper, the Gooner. Okay, knocked out the Gooner fairly quickly. Okay, and man, this is a tough one for me, man, because I like Diego. Don't get me wrong, but Alexander Hernandez right now is in a 3-0, win streak. And don't get me wrong, he's not fighting high level competitors, but I mean, he's looking good doing it. So I'm going to have to pick Alexander Hernandez to most likely go in there and get a finish because Diego Ferreira is most likely going to go in there and get reckless. All right. And Alexander Hernandez, is known for, putting power in his hands. And I think Diego Ferreira is going to get caught. I think he's going to get caught early on, guys. Alexander Hernandez, that's who I'm picking, guys. Moving on. All right. We got Tatiana Suarez versus Amanda Lemos. Excuse me, Lemos. Who you got for Calvin and Dustin? Well, we're getting there, guys. Jason 9. We are getting there. We're almost there, actually. We're 2 fights away, okay? So stick with me, guys, all right? When it comes to Tatiana Suarez, I mean, look, guys, Tatiana Suarez, she lost against Wei Li. I mean, Tatiana Suarez was, she was basically trying to do the Chimaev. You know what I mean? But Wei Li is no DDP, okay? Wei Li is a true champion. When it comes to Tatiana Suarez, I have no faith in Tatiana. I really don't. All right? I knew that the UFC was selling us, an item that wasn't sellable. Okay. Tatiana Suarez is no champion. Okay. Now, Amanda Lemos, don't get me wrong, she's 2-1 in her last, three, and Tatiana as well. She's 2-1 as well. I like Amanda Lemos. I like her style. I like her ability, you know, to keep the fight where it's a fight is stand up affair. Amanda, she's not afraid of that. If the fight hits the ground, Amanda is not afraid of that either. But I'm gonna look. Tatiana Suarez, she just doesn't look good. Her stand up is never getting better. I'm gonna have to pick Tatiana Suarez, guys. I'm gonna pick Tatiana Suarez to beat Amanda Lemos, most likely by unanimous decision. That division is in shambles, to be honest with you. But I have no faith in Tatiana Suarez. I'm just picking her just because, you know what, the MMA gods are telling me to. So I'm gonna pick Tatiana Suarez to beat Amanda Lemos, guys. All right, we got Jaquim Silva versus Claudio. I don't even know his name. Let me read some of it. Hello, are you from Pakistan? No, I am not from Pakistan, man. I am not from Pakistan. Guys, like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. Okay, run up these likes, run up these subscriptions, support the community. Like I always say, guys, this is your channel. I am just a pilot. Okay, the only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys, let's move on with this. We got Jaquim Silva versus Claudio. Jaquim Silva 1-2. Claudio is 1-2 as well. Silva is most likely going to keep. He's most likely. Excuse me. He's most likely going to want to keep this fight standing. Couldn't get that out. I think Silva, with his abilities, with his hands, I think he's going to be able to go in there and most likely get a finish on Claudio. I think Silva goes in there, most likely gets a finish late in the third. I'm picking Silva to win this one, guys. All right, moving on. Moving on. Thank you, Hassan. I really appreciate that. Moving on, we got Kevin Gastelum versus Dustin Stolivus. I can't even pronounce his last name. This is a weird ass fight. I don't even know why the UFC booked this, to be honest with you, but I'm gonna pick Kevin Gastelum to win this fight, guys. I am not picking against the raza. I'm not doing that. I'm gonna pick Kevin Gastelum. Kevin Gastelum, I don't even know how old he is. I mean, I think Kevin Gastelum is like 33 or 32 years old, if I'm not mistaken. Please don't quote me on that. But Kevin Gastelum, I mean, he's been around for a while. He's fought the who's who, okay? Inducted into the Hall of Fame. So I'm not going to pick against Kevin Gastelum. I still think he has power in his hands. I still think he has abilities, to keep the fight standing. He has abilities with his striking. He's a great mixed martial arts fighter overall. Yes, he's a little bit past his prime. And yeah, a lot of people look at Kevin Gastelum as wasted potential. But I think Kevin Gastelum is going to go in there, make a statement against Dustin. And most likely, I won't be surprised if Kevin Gastelum actually goes in there and finishes Dustin. Okay? That is my prediction for that. I'm going to pick Kevin Gastelum to beat Dustin. And that is it. These Mexicans look like Pakistani. Hey, yo, the beard looks cool. Thank you so much, man. I appreciate it. Welcome back to your chat and welcome back to your channel. How you doing, man? It's been a while. Retro Flux, it has been a while, man. Welcome back to your channel and welcome back to your chat, guys. All right, moving on to the next one, guys. We got Jared Gordon versus Rafa Garcia. Both guys are 2-1 in their last three. Rafa, he has a lot of abilities. Don't get me wrong. I just have no faith in Rafa. I really don't. I have no faith in Rafa. I like Jared Gordon's ability. Jared Gordon has a lot of abilities when it comes to his mixed martial arts game. He always goes in there with a good game plan. He has abilities, whether it's a stand-up affair or if Jared Gordon wants to take the fight to the ground, he has abilities there as well. I think Jared Gordon has abilities to finish the fight against Rafa, to be honest with you. I won't be surprised if Jared Gordon goes in there and takes him down and submits him, to be honest with you. I'm going to pick Jared Gordon to win this fight versus Rafa. Garcia, most likely by submission. I think Jared Gordon could actually pull off a submission win against Rafa, to be honest with you. I think the experience is going to be a little bit too much for Rafa, and I think Jared Gordon takes this fight, guys. All right, guys, the co-main event of the evening, guys. Okay, the co-main event of the evening, we got Rob Font versus David Martinez, guys. Rob Font is 2-1 in his last 3. David Martinez is 1-0 in his last fight. Man, this is one that I didn't even pick. I didn't even make this pick. I got to make my pick live right now, as it stands right now. I mean, look, guys, both guys want to keep this fight standing. When it comes to David Martinez, he has a lot of abilities with his hands, but he's also a mixed martial arts fighter as well. Overall mixed martial arts fighter. You know what I mean? Rob Font, I like him as well. I like his stand-up. I like his striking. I like his overall mixed martial arts skill. I like his game. I like his ability to go in there and implement a good game plan. But David Martinez comes with that as well. So this is a tough one for me. But I think if I had to pick somebody from the top of my head right now, I'm going to pick Rob Font to take this fight against David Martinez and most likely, show that there's levels to this. And Rob Font is going to show that there's levels to this game. And he's going to show his experience. I think Rob Font is going to go in there, give a nasty slobber knocker against David Martinez, make it very exciting, for the viewers. But I think at the end of the day, Rob Font takes this fight and takes this dub, guys. So I'm going to go with Rob Font to win this one, guys. All right, moving on to the main event of the evening, guys. We are here. All right, we blew through this card as fast as possible to get us right here where we wanted to be. We got Diego Lopez, guys, versus Gene Silva, guys. Gene Silva, the up-and-comer contender in that division. Diego Lopez coming off of a loss against the champion. All right. Yes, he lost against the champion, against Volk. But don't get it twisted, guys. Diego Lopez was going out there sleeping Brian Ortega and waking him up in the same freaking time. All right, Diego Lopez has a lot of abilities, but let me tell you something. Diego Lopez preferably wants this fight standing. All right, he has great striking, good power. He has abilities to finish the fight as well. But this is going to be a hard test for Diego Lopez because Gene Silva, as I said, he's an up-and-comer, guys. All right, a new contender. The type of guy that always looks for finishes. And not only can he get the finish, but he could get the finish anywhere, whether it's a submission or a striking affair. Gene Silva goes in there, and he just basically plays with his food. And he plays with his food until his food gets tired and gives him the win. Okay? Because that's the way it's looking for Gene Silva. Gene Silva is making things look very, very easy, man. Okay? Very easy. How you doing, Dean? Welcome back to your channel. Welcome back to your chat. How you doing, Dean? Right now, I am talking about Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva. This is my UFC fight prediction as it stands right now. I'm 199 wins and 133 losses, guys, for my UFC fight prediction for 2025. But here we go, guys. Gene Silva and Diego Lopez. Like I said, Gene Silva, new contender. Diego Lopez suffering a loss coming off of the champ, Volk. Didn't look bad in losing that fight. This is a tough one, guys. Diego Lopez 2-1 in his last 3. Gene Silva 3-0 in his last 3. Looking very, very much impressive. Guys, I'm going to have to go with Gene Silva to continue his win streak, continue that momentum. I think he's going to be able to go in there and take it to Diego Lopez. Now, don't get me wrong. This is going to be a tough fight. This is a very top-heavy card. So I know for a fact the UFC is counting on Diego Lopez and Gene Silva to bring it and to make this fight exciting, especially with this being the main event of the evening. But if I had to choose somebody right now, gun in my head, guys, I'm going to pick Gene Silva to take this fight. I think he has a lot of abilities. And whether the fight goes to the ground or the fight stays standing, Gene Silva can win anyway. So I'm picking Gene Silva to beat Diego Lopez, guys. That is my UFC fight predictions, guys. As it stands right now, guys, this is my UFC fight predictions for this weekend's card, headlined by Diego Lopez versus Gene Silva, UFC Noche. I'm excited for this, guys. I will be going live for this card, so hopefully I see you guys that Saturday. But yeah, guys, this is my UFC fight predictions. All right, this is it, guys. This is it. All right, rapid fire, guys, because I'm gonna stay on here for a little longer. All right, we don't have to talk, UFC specifically. Rapid fire, guys. Greetings, live from August. How you doing, August Gray? Excuse me. Hopefully you're having a good one, August Gray. What is going on with you? Are you guys looking forward to this card happening on Saturday? Let me know. Assad was timed out by Jason 9. What happened, Jason 9? What did Assad say? What did Assad say? But yeah, guys, like and subscribe, okay? Like and subscribe. Run up these likes, run up these subscriptions. Do me the favor, support the community. All right? It goes a long way, guys, okay? It goes a long way. I appreciate each and every one of you guys, man. Really, I do. But yeah, guys, I mean, when it comes to this card, it's not really the most exciting card, in my opinion. This might be actually this might be the worst card, coming up in the near future, to be honest with you. If I had to really break it down, I'm looking at this card right now, and I'm telling myself, I mean, once this card is out of the way, I mean, every other card, for November and October seem very, very much exciting. So I'm excited about that. I'm excited about this. I mean, last weekend's card on paper, it didn't even look, all that good, but virtually all the fights ended up in a finish. There was only 2 fights that went to decision, which is unbelievable. So it was a terrific card. It didn't look like a terrific card on paper, but it definitely delivered, guys. It definitely delivered. So I'm hoping this card, this UFC Noche card, is actually one of those cards that on paper it looks like trash, but actually delivers the night of. That's really what I'm hoping, guys. But yeah, guys, let me know. Let me know on the chat. All right, let me know on the chat what fight you're most looking forward to. You know what I mean? What fight are you most looking forward to? Because that's it, guys. 2025 is almost over, guys. Okay, 2025 is literally almost over, and soon we're gonna be able to watch UFC anytime we want to. Once this Paramount deal happens in 2026, you can say goodbye to all the pay-per-views. And I am happy about that. I'm happy that the UFC is actually leaving ESPN, to be honest with you, because ESPN, I mean, is atrocious. That app is atrocious. Honestly. And this is a new opportunity. To be honest with you, this is a new opportunity for the UFC to gain more fans. There's going to be a lot more fans who are going to be in tune, to watch the UFC, especially after this Paramount deal. That is fucking factual. And I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it. I'm hoping that, all those new, fans that are intrigued about the UFC and mixed martial arts in general, hopefully they go out there searching for, new material, informative material, because if they do, they'll find me and they'll find this community. And once they find this community, they could be a part of this community and help me build this community for what it is and what it deserves, guys, to be honest with you. But yeah, guys, that's about it for me. This is my UFC fight prediction as it stands. Once again, I'm 199 wins and 133 losses. That is 199 wins and 133 losses, guys, okay? This is my UFC fight predictions for 2025. That is way above 500, so I'll take that, guys. But yeah, guys, this is OE MMA TV. I'm your host, OE. Like and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It takes minimal effort to give me the thumbs up, so you might as well do it. Thank you for supporting independent MMA media, guys. And like I always say, this is your channel. The only channel where the fans come first, not last. All right, guys. Until next time, I'll see you. Peace.